What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another NFL DFS video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section and enter your name to the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets tonight. We're gonna break down this showdown slate for Draftkings, and we're gonna get straight to it. All right. If you didn't join us for Week One's main slate, it was a huge one. We had members win over $10,000 on Week One, so it was a huge Week One. If you didn't join Week One, guess what? You're in for a treat. There's more weeks to come. You can join up for Week 2 right now. Week 2 is available at greenlightdfs.com. As you can see, I am on the Greenlight DFS Optimizer, which you can kind of come in here. You can optimize a lineup based off of my projections. You can just sit here and kind of chill during the day and just kind of build lineups and play with different ways and stuff like that. So definitely utilize this as well at Greenlight DFS. Right now, I have it set on the Buffalo New York Jets game, and let's get straight into it. Now, first and foremost, I always like to imagine how I expect a game script to go. Um, that's a very important thing of NFL DFS is trying to get the game script correct, because if you do, a lot of times if you build according to that game script and the game script goes that way, you're looking good. You know what I mean? We've had a lot of success over the years just kind of predicting game scripts correctly and doing very, very well. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I love Buffalo. I think Buffalo's an amazing team. Not I think, I know they are. The Jets are going to be amazing this year as well. Their secondary is ridiculous. Their defense is going to be ridiculous. Buffalo's defense is going to be great once again. Both offenses are going to be lights out. This is a fantastic game right here. I'm excited for this game. I'm very excited for this game. So any Buffalo Bill fan or Jets fans, congratulations. Y'all got a good one to watch tonight. Well, any fans of football, really. Anyway, I am a little bit shocked, though, that the Jets are underdogs at home. They added Aaron Rodgers. They boosted up that defense even more than it showed signs of life last year anyways, already. They boosted it even more. I just think that Aaron Rodgers coming in, the last thing he wants to do is take an L on his first game here with them. I don't see. I'm not going to say I don't see Buffalo winning. I think they could definitely win. I'm siding with the Jets slightly. I think I'm more of a Jets guy anyway. When it comes to this lineup they have, I'm just a fan of a lot of these guys. I love Sauce Gardner. I'm a Rodgers fan. I love Garrett Wilson. I like more players on the Jets. I mean, on Buffalo, I like Josh Allen. I like Stephon Diggs, but that kind of rounds that out. So yeah, I'm siding with the Jets here, not just because I'm a fan, but because I honestly feel like the Jets at home are going to be great here. But we'll see. With that being said, I don't believe either team gets out too much to where game script's too big of a deal, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think this game gets out of hand either way. I don't think Buffalo smashes the Jets. I don't think the Jets smash Buffalo. I think it stays competitive. It could be a grinded out defensive game. I would not be surprised to see that. I would hate to see that because I love to see offense happen, but both defenses are great. And I wouldn't be shocked to see both defenses, struggle to score. Now, I have a core set of players that I'm definitely wanting to get involved in. And then I'm going to talk about the value because we're definitely going to need value because these core players cost money. At the captain position, I think that the Jets are going to be an extremely pass-heavy offense this year. There's many ways you could go here. Man, it's tough because Josh Allen, as we know, has that rushing ability. But I'm going to side with Aaron Rodgers making his first start in New York, going against Buffalo. I'm going to go Aaron Rodgers, and I'm immediately pairing him with Garrett Wilson. When you look at the matchups, right, you look at the wide receiver cornerback matchups tonight, Garrett Wilson's going to see a lot of Benford. All right, Benford is the worst cornerback that Buffalo has. So that's where I expect the Jets to pick at. And that's where Garrett Wilson's going to line up with predominantly in this matchup. Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers already showed life of some chemistry throughout like snippets you'll see on Twitter and throughout the preseason. I just think this duo is going to be very good. And if you play Aaron Rodgers, because he's not going to run for a lot of yards, you need to pair him up with one of his receivers. Now, you can definitely take a discount off Garrett Wilson and go Lazard. I think Lazard is also a fine play at 6'4". All right, so that's a big discount off of Garrett Wilson to Lazard. Or you could play both of them even. You know what I mean? Either way is completely fine. Buffalo gave up the fourth most wide receiver touchdowns in the league last year. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers to Garrett Wilson. Wouldn't be surprised to see them connect for one, maybe two. Wouldn't be surprised to see Lazard do well. We know the chemistry they already have. They came together from Green Bay. So I like that spot, and I really like Lazard as well at 6'4". But Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, I feel like you have to play Josh Allen. Okay? Now, I get it. Everybody's like, what the hell? Like, these are the most expensive players on the slate. I get it. I get it. Um, that's why we're going to talk about value. But on this slate, it's very important that you get the right studs in. Okay? Josh Allen is absolutely necessary from Buffalo. He does so much with his feet. He's going to throw the ball as well. No matter what game script ends up happening here, Josh Allen's going to get his. All right, so he's a guy that you never can fade in showdowns because he's got slate breaking upside and he's got an amazing floor. You just don't fade it. You play him. You could even put Allen at captain if that's what you end up deciding to do. You can do any of that. All right? Now, with that being said, with me wanting these main core guys right here, you're going to have to talk over some value. Let's look at value. Deontay Hardy is the main value I'm looking at. He's only 200. We have him projected at 6.4, which makes him by far, look at that. Look at that. Makes him by far the value on this slate. Okay? Deontay Hardy's very interesting to me here, man. I feel like the Jets, the last person they care about is this guy. Okay? The last person they care about stopping. It's not like they're game planning their whole defense off Hardy right now. All right? Hardy's a guy who's not going to play every snap at all. But he's a guy that I'm expecting to get some involvement in this game. And if you look at Vegas, right? You take a look at Vegas and see where they kind of have set the lines at. They have Hardy at 1.5 projected receptions, and the money's heavy on the over. He's expected to get 2 or more receptions in this game. And at $200, that's all I need. So give me some Deontay Hardy as the locked in, beautiful value that I love at 200. Other options that you have Trent Sheffield, Reggie Gilliam, Quentin Morris, CJ Azuma is very interesting to me. He's another value, one of my other favorite values, just because of correlation. It's very important that you correlate, y'all. All right, correlating in your lineups is extremely important. Whatever, like in regular lineups, if you play a quarterback that does not have rushing ability, and he's not going to get you points from on his feet, you need to be pairing him with his receiver because if he scores points, it's going to be through the air and he's going to be throwing the ball. Okay? If Aaron Rodgers scores, yes, Rodgers can run. He's at his age though where he's not looking to take off on a regular basis. He can run, yes, but he's not going to be looking to often. He's going to predominantly get his points through the air. What does that mean? You want to get as many of his targets as you can. If you like Aaron Rodgers, then you have to like his receiver. Now, like I talked about before, this Buffalo defense is fantastic. Okay? They're great. But I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of some of these cheap guys on both sides. Deontay Hardy, CJ Azuma at 800. Another guy who I feel like could be a sneaky guy down in that red zone that I could see Aaron Rodgers hitting no problem. I don't know if y'all remember, but in the last showdown that we talked about, I think it was like Thursday night or something, the first game of the year, I talked about the bare minimum tight end that we had for Kansas City, Bell. Okay, he was like $200, and Kelsey was out, and he had opportunity at 200. What did he do? He went out and caught a touchdown and made that first slate easy peasy. It's the same kind of situation here. You don't need a lot out of guys like this. You could even end up cashing if they don't do anything. I mean, at 200 or 800. But at the end of the day, I'm expecting CJ Azuma to get some type of. I mean, he's projected for 1.5 receptions as well. So he's another guy who's projected to not blow the roof off or anything. He's not going to go crazy, but we don't need a lot either. So Deontay Hardy and CJ Azuma are two value plays that I absolutely love. McCole Hardman Jr. is a guy who is a very little crafty guy. We saw what he did in Kansas City often. He finds ways. He finds holes in the defense. He's a solid player overall. He's a talented dude. He's fast. He's great route runner, everything, good hands, everything. So at 3K, I could definitely see Aaron Rodgers utilizing him as well. Aaron Rodgers has a plethora of targets in that offense. That's why I'm thinking Jets could possibly win this game. I think that they shouldn't be underdogs at home with how good I'm expecting them to be this year. But we'll see. But yeah, McCole Hardman's another value guy at 3K if you want to go with him. But yeah, when it comes to value, Deontay Hardy, CJ Azuma, McCole Hardman, um, who else? Either kicker, sure. Alan Lazard pops to me at 6'4". I love him. Both defenses are in play. You can go both defenses. It just won't correlate very good because you're going to have Josh Allen, you're going to have Rodgers. Both offenses are so good, both defenses are so good, so it just depends which side of the ball is going to win out. Um, you can play both of them. It's not going to help you correlate your lineup, though. Your lineup's probably not going to correlate great if you play a defense, but I could see a defensive touchdown for either one or both at some point in this game. They're that good. All right. Randall Cobb, sneaky. Vegas doesn't expect him to do much at all. I mean, he's projected at 0.5 receptions, so at 3-4, I'd prefer the other guys I talked about for value, CJ Azuma and Deontay Hardy. But that's about it, man. Yes, and yes, I love Stephon Diggs. I didn't talk a lot about Stephon. I get it. I love Stephon, but that you're having to spend for him. It's either Stephon or Garrett Wilson. I have to choose between the two, and I side slightly with Garrett Wilson, saving that couple $100, especially if I have Rodgers at captain. Now, if this is reversed and you have Josh Allen at captain, then go some Stephon Diggs paired with him. You know what I mean? So it just depends on how your roster construction is. And at the end of the day, too, you don't have to correlate Josh Allen. Like I said, Josh Allen can get it with his feet. You don't have to pair him. But if you're going to pair him, Stephon Diggs obviously is a guy that he targets a ton, and he's a great option. That Jets secondary is great, though. This is going to be a good game, man. It's a good game. It's a tricky one to call. But yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers making his first start in New York is a safe bet. Keep an eye on weather. I believe there's a possibility of some rain. If it ends up being a heavy rain game, then you might have to significantly change the way you play this slate. But I'm not sure how heavy it ends up being. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers at captain for me, making his first start at home for the Jets. And Buffalo gave up the fourth most touchdowns to wide receivers last year. And if a wide receiver is scoring a touchdown, then guess who threw it? Their quarterback. So Aaron Rodgers paired up with Garrett Wilson and then run back with Josh Allen and then those value plays that we talked about. All right? Y'all have an amazing night, man. Good luck. Let's get another show. Let's smash another showdown and let's go into week 2 with a bang. Let's get it. I'm out. Peace.